Oh. As I was sitting down, I wanted you all to be able to share in the glory that is this. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's a penny. And I'm picking it up. Because I'm superstitious. I think I'm blessed. I think I have good things coming to me. I have good things happen to me every day. And I know picking up a penny doesn't hurt. 1863 Steve. PJW. Good morning, your lightning user. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. I'm sitting under a tree right now. From Aurora, Illinois, actually, which is just outside of Naperville where I live. I thought I'd take a little trip to a different, I don't know if it's raining right now or the tree's just dripping on me. I don't know if this is going to work. We're going to give it our best shot and do the best we can. Good morning, Dan. But anyway, this is Coffee with Ken. It is Saturday morning. It is, for a tall boy in a Newport. I don't know what that means. It is Saturday morning. It is 9:05. It is, what is it? July 8th, I believe. Happy Saturday. Happy July 8th and happy 9:05. Again, this is Coffee with Ken. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time, just over 4 years now. And it is a show about me talking and sharing some feelings and the ups and downs we have in life. Usually it's a show I start first thing in the morning when I'm rolling out of bed. I get my coffee going. If I have it at home, I'll do the show at home. Sometimes lately I've been drinking coffee on the road a little bit more. And I don't know. We'll do my show on the way to work or just getting my day started. Today was hard to get out of bed. Hello, Keith from New Mexico. I know you're not from New Mexico, but it's good you're in New Mexico. Good morning. And what was I saying? I usually wake up, jump out of bed, get my day started kind of quickly. It's Saturday morning. I'm not working today. It's kind of a cloudy, gray day, and I felt like I didn't need to rush to start my day. Drove to O'Hare from Cincy yesterday and back home. That's quite a drive, Beverly. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, when you're down, then that means it's all uphill from there. Well, that's kind of a good little nugget of wisdom, Toby. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. Today, honestly, I woke up and I didn't really feel like talking. I felt like laying there, just kind of feeling the feelings that were coming to me. I reached out to a friend and I said, hey, friend, what should I do? And she, in a nice way, in a big sisterly way, said, get your ass up and get moving. So I got my ass up and got moving and drove to a Starbucks I haven't been to in a long, long time. I used to come here with my girls. It is right by a local gymnastics and dance club that they both belong to. And I drop one of them off at gymnastics or what have you, and then come on over here with the other one and, I don't know, pass some time. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know, there's a lot of traffic behind me. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Got a nice little patio here. We had some rain last night, so my nice little patio is a bit wet. And Nanos, thank you so much for following the creator. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know it's not just a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing my love of coffee, and I like to represent my little Starbucks mermaid whenever I get the chance. I am so excited to take my first sip. It's 9:10 in the morning, and I've yet to have a sip of coffee, which is just almost unheard of for me. And my only hope, I'm right by the drive-up. I'll be waving at the drive-up people. My only hope is that wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just got hit by a bunch of raindrops. There's a perfectly good spot by the front door, not underneath the tree. I don't think the backdrop would be nearly as pretty, but it would be drier. If that happens again, I might have to move. But anyway, as I was saying, I'm excited to have my first sip of coffee, and I hope wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Honestly, even better than I expected. It's hotter than I expected. It's the dark roast, I believe, is the Sumatra today. Hey, Michelle, thank you so much for following the host. I so appreciate that. And it's my favorite Starbucks coffee they have. I mean, they don't make them, but you can buy from the store the Cinnamon Dolce. And when I'm at home, I enjoy, love the Cinnamon Dolce coffee. Do I rate Starbucks coffee? Do I really rate it? I'll say this. I enjoy Starbucks coffee. I mean, I don't come to Starbucks for the coffee. I don't come to Starbucks for the coffee. I come for the people watching, the scene, the free Wi-Fi, the refills on the coffee, as an excuse to get out of the house. I've always been one that likes to get up and at 'em. Not today, honestly. Not today. I was a little slow moving today. But I'm recently divorced, and I think that was a little bit of a conflict between my wife. It was my second divorce. My second wife and I. She kind of enjoyed, she likes staying at home a little more, and I like kind of getting out a little more. And I've always felt a little anxious sitting around waiting for something to happen at home, and I know that's something I'm working on. But I enjoy getting out and people watching and talking to people, meeting new people, having nice hot cups of coffee and experiencing life that way a little bit. And I'm learning, and I'm a work in progress, as I talked about before, and I've gone through a lot of things the last couple of years. And I'm learning to enjoy the home life a little bit more. Last night was Friday. I'm getting dropped on by rain. But again, it's not rain. It just drops from the leaves of the tree behind me or above me. But I do it all for the backdrop. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, last night I got home from work. I was tired. I'd had a long day. I started early, and I was kind of beat and had all these thoughts to go see a movie or even go to Starbucks and have some coffee and enjoy the evening. And I ended up taking a nap on the couch and relaxed at home, had some dinner, and I don't know, just kind of chilled out and had a quiet evening at home, and it felt good. And it's so strange because for all of my life, especially on a Friday night, but not really even especially on a Friday night, almost any night, I needed to be going out, whether it was to a bar or for dinner or to see a movie or what have you. And usually it would rotate around drinking in some capacity or other. And stopped drinking almost 2 years ago now. And it's still, it's for me, it hasn't been hard not drinking at all. What's the challenge for me of not drinking is just finding things to do. And after going through a divorce in the same period and changing careers in the same period, keeping busy is a challenge. And I woke up today. I've been working at a Super Target for the last 5 or 6 months as I search for my next step in life. And I've worked a lot of Saturdays. I got the Saturday off. I have no plans. I'm not seeing any of my kids today. I just FaceTime one of my children, and she's off to a cheer camp in central Illinois that she's real excited about. And I don't know, kind of missed my kids, I think, as I woke up. And I was thinking about them, and I was wishing I got to see them, but sometimes life doesn't go exactly as planned, and you roll with it. Am I a cop? No, I am not a cop. No, I'm not a cop. I don't think I'd be a good cop. I mean, I don't know if there are good cops. I mean, there probably are good cops and bad cops. But I don't know if I have what it takes to make a good cop, or whatever that might be. Doesn't seem like my personality. I could have been a fireman. I really enjoy fire. I'm not really afraid of it. I know I've been burned before, and I'll be burned again. And I could have I think I could have enjoyed being a fireman. Seems heroic. I mentioned a little bit ago, good morning, Keith. I work at a local super Target. I work it in the grocery section over the last several months. I'll tell you, we get firemen coming in every day, kind of doing some grocery shopping. I don't want to say anything and get people mad at me about firemen. I know they risk their lives from time to time, but I think there's probably a lot of downtime. Good morning, Captain Ryan, in being a fireman, where you're cleaning the truck or you're cooking dinner for your fellow firefighters, or you're doing whatever you have to do in the firefighting world. Has anyone out there seen the movie Roxanne? It was starring Steve Martin, and it was a redo of the Cyrano de Bergerac story. And Steve Martin's character was a super fireman, and he had an amazingly long nose. And for that, he didn't think the woman of his dreams, played by Daryl Hannah in the 80s, would ever fall in love with him. And he was eloquent, and he was athletic, and he was a good fighter, and he was charming, and he was funny, obviously. And he was highly regarded in town as this amazing fire chief. But he lived in a town where there was no fires. And the biggest excitement they would have is getting a cat out of a tree. And in one scene, he had a bunch of bumbling firefighters under his command. They were all trying to figure out how to get the ladder up the tree to save the cat. And he, frustrated face on his, just opened a can of cat food and put it down, and the cat came crawling down, and he picked up the cat and gave it back to the mom. So that's my memory of Roxanne and my thought of firefighters for the day. Speaking of movies, I think I'm going to go see one today because it is a free day. I have absolutely no plans. And I don't know. There's enough rumbling out there about the movie Sound of Freedom that I want to give it a look-see. Do I want to see the movie Barbie? I don't think so. I wonder how it's doing. And I've got a special affinity to Barbie. Obviously, she's smoking hot. But secondly, my name is Ken. And her longtime companion was named Ken, of course. And I don't know. But I don't think I'm going to see the movie Barbie. I think I'm going to see the movie Sound of Freedom. And try and stay dry. Try and get away from this dripping tree. What I do for Coffee with Ken. But I thought Ken was just a friend. I believe they were more than just friends. I believe that Ken and Barbie, she was an adult. Ken was an adult. He wasn't like a little kid. He was a toy. I was going to say he was a full-sized human, but he was a full-sized man. And Barbie was certainly well-developed. She wasn't a child by any stretch of the imagination. So I believe they were more than friends. Did they ever have a house together? I don't know. It's amazing because I come to Starbucks for the people watching and the atmosphere and the experience. How many people do the drive up or will order in advance, pull up their car, grab their coffee, and head out? And I don't know. It's just not what I do. Good morning from Fort Bragg. Wasn't Fort Bragg where Rambo was trained? I think Fort Bragg was where Rambo was trained in the very first Blood. I believe so. That's a pretty dang good movie. Oh, good hair day. Yes, I'm having a magnificent hair day. Here was one of the things I debated as I was... This might be not my best coffee with Ken. Maybe I don't have that much to talk about today. But my friend who inspired me to get my butt up and get moving Uh, thought it was good for me and thought that doing this show and talking every morning was therapeutic. Good morning, Heather. I appreciate you joining. Was therapeutic. And I thought about not going on today. And I thought about my day, totally blank slate, a lot of changes in life, and not doing Coffee with Ken would have felt a little lonely for me. And for some reason, what did they tell you to motivate you? Well, get up, get moving. She was positive. I said, I can't even picture where I want to be in 5 years. I posted a video about it the other day. And again, I think divorce is very traumatic. It certainly has been for me. And I'm just finished my second. And both of them are, I found, soul crushing and emotionally wrenching and dream smashing and life changing. And again, fortunate to be done with the legal ramblings, because that's just grotesque. All the legal fighting and the attorneys and the wasted monies and the trips to court that go hand in hand with the divorce process are just horrible. Oh, well, thank you for watching from the Philippines. And are just horrible. So I'm through most of that. I'm through that. But it's still raw. It's still fresh. Emotions are still fragile. And the feeling of not, seeing my kids is still there. Yeah, time does heal wounds, Dono. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you, the encouragement. Hey, thank you so much for following the host. I appreciate you guys today on a Saturday morning. I think I needed a Coffee with Ken pick-me-up. Kids do complicate things dramatically. I have 4 beautiful children, 2 older children. Older, when I say older, I got started late on my first marriage. I didn't get married till I was, good morning, RJ, till I was 34 and had my first child at 37. And got remarried when I was like 51 and had 2 more. I don't know, 52 and 53. So I got a late start. And, it complicates the divorce. Hello there. It complicates things, the divorce. But I don't know. I think children are a huge reason in life, a reason to be and a reason to do and a reason to, get up out of bed and get a little better and work towards a better tomorrow. And without kids, I think, although I'm kind of hurting inside today because I miss my kids, it's good at least to feel that emotion. Oh, my. To feel the emotion, even a sadness or hurt or longing or wishing we were with them, I was with them. I think it's important to feel your emotions, and I've always been a really emotional guy and experienced drastic ups and downs, and learning to be okay with that. And, learning to be okay with that. Is the audio still okay? Sometimes I'll do a video, and if a little water gets in the speakers, I think the audio gets kind of muted. And what I end up doing, I go back and rewatch all these lives. Thank you, Brett. Rewatch all these lives and clip them into little videos, little shorts, or little TikToks, or little reels, and I post them to various social media sites. Because it kind of works out well. And I realized while watching these videos that a lot of big, frequently watched TikToks, they're by more famous people, but they're just little clips of maybe interviews or something they said on stage or what have you. So 6-8 months ago, while doing a live, I realized, hey, if I go back and watch it, every once in a while, something valuable comes out of this mouth. A lot of times, not much of value. But sometimes I get lucky. And I always get a little lucky. I picked up a penny. I picked up a penny to start this show. For anyone watching out there. Where's my penny? Where's my penny? It's really not about keeping the penny. It's just about seeing the penny on the ground. There it is. Just picked this bad boy up at the start of the show. Seeing the penny on the ground. Saying, yes, world, yes, God, I'm open to good fortune. I'm ready to receive all the blessings that you have coming my way, be it financial, be it spiritual, be it physical, or what have you. And I'm going to show that or display that by picking the penny up. Brad asked if it was heads up or tails up. And first of all, I don't concern myself whether it's heads up or tails up. I pick it up either way. But this one happened to be heads up. So I think that, whatever. Again, I just think it's good to pick up. I don't know. I feel fortunate to see it. Again, I think you're telling the universe you're, respectful of money and appreciative of the good fortune that's coming your way, and open and willing to accept it. Yeah. Let's have a little more coffee. I'm telling you, this is a really good cup of coffee. And this is not my regular Starbucks. Give you a quick tour of where I'm at. I'm at the corner of Aurora Road and Eola, not too far down from Matea Valley High School, and I'm actually in Aurora today. Hey, there's a reflection of me. And I don't think these baristas are familiar with Coffee with Ken. I'm going to have to explain to them the very important thing I'm doing out here when I go in to get my refill. Picking up coins I found on the ground, I saved $2,000. Well, that's a lot of money. That's not to mention all the exercise you get bending over to pick it up and standing back up. It was hard getting out of bed today. I don't know how long my phone's going to go. My charge is low, and I've been talking a while, and I don't want to talk too long because I like to sign off and kind of wrap my live show in a bow and make it as friendly and optimistic and positive as I can. It was funny. I was talking to a woman the other day, and I was honestly, she's studying to be a realtor. She wants to become a realtor, and I just left real estate after 17 years, and I wasn't trying to badmouth it at all. I don't like to badmouth things, but I was telling her why I left. And she still said, oh, you have such a positive energy. And it felt good to say because I was worried I was saying bad things or ripping on the past industry. And somehow, some way, I have a gift of saying tough things in a way that is well received. I think I got a lot of practice at it. I was a stockbroker for 10 years. Bye-bye. Have a great day. I was a stockbroker for 10 years and had to deliver a whole lot of bad news. I used to have a full head of blonde hair. I think the stress of being a broker. I'm a guy that feels his emotions. I think if certain people are more built for that, the ups and downs and the volatility. I cried with the customer and I hurt with the customer and I felt the pain and I don't know, just calling up a client and telling him that his stock got cut in half wasn't a good feeling. And I had to do that to one client twice in one day. And that hurt. And I remember sitting down next to a friend, Eric's desk, saying, I don't know if I can do this anymore. And I don't know how long I lasted after that, but I was on my way out of the business because it wasn't meant for me. And although it was a highly lucrative business, to me it just was soul-sucking. And I did real estate for 17 years, and that could be very lucrative at times as well. But it didn't give me the warm fuzzies, and I want to get warm fuzzies in the next phase of my life. I'm 54. I got 30 more years on this planet. I want to accumulate as much warm fuzzies as I can. I want to spread some cheer and joy out to as many people as I can. I want to feel good about what I do. I want to love the one I'm with, whoever that one may be. and smile and enjoy the day as best I can. And I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you had a wonderful night's sleep. I hope you're feeling good. Hope you're loving yourself, because that's important. If you can't love yourself, and I think that's been my problem a lot of my life. I was too hard on myself, and I kind of hated myself, and I had so much inner turmoil. You can only take out that frustration on yourself so much, and then you become bitter to the world and bitter to people around you. And I'm learning to forgive myself and be okay with who I am a little more, and look forward to bringing a healthier, better version of me into my future relationships going forward. So, one more sip of coffee. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you had a great night's sleep. I hope you're forgiving yourself and you're feeling good. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.